What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Thirsty Thursday. It's going to be a busy night tonight, I think. I'm sure everybody's going to have a lot of questions. We're going to have a lot of chatting going on. But before we get started, as we always do, it is Thirsty Thursday. So we have a very, very special pick tonight that we're going to be sipping on. And this is Four Roses single barrel, but it is special selection. Private selection, I'm sorry. It is a store pick from State Line Liquors, which is a local liquor store here, and it's from 2019. And this is a donated bottle that came from my good friend, Cody Allen. Cody Allen's son plays on the same baseball team with my boy Brady, and he watches the live streams, and he knows what we do here on Thursday night. So he was gracious enough to donate this bottle for us to try out tonight. And so the way this works is a private selection. The master distiller, he will do some tastings of barrels as they come off. And the very special ones that he thinks are unique, he sets aside, and the stores get to pick which one they would like to barrel. They don't chill it. They bottle it right out of the barrel at barrel strength. And tonight, this one is 112 proof. So happy Thirsty Thursday, everyone. Cheers. Oh, wow. That's good. That's really good. All right. Who all is in here tonight? Let's, goodness gracious, there's 136 people in here already, Taylor.
Wow.
You see Taylor's joining me. She was with me all afternoon today, helping me get ready for tomorrow, the big day tomorrow. I greatly appreciate her help. She stuck with me. She got out of school at noon and was with me the entire time. So goodness, you all have been chatting away here. We got Jack's in here. Good to see you, Jack. Jack is the one who is bringing the Easton Made 916 tomorrow. And he is going to let anyone who wants to try that machine out and split some wood. So thank you, Jack, for being here, and thank you for helping us out tomorrow. Ben, how you doing, my friend? Johnny Neville, all the way from Texas. How are you doing tonight? Obi's here. Obi, what are you thinking about these Bengals? Are they going to do it? Are they going to go all the way? I got to tell you, they looked really good last week. They were dominant on both sides of the ball. So I'm not a Bengals fan, but I know you are. So the Ravens are already out of the playoffs. We won't get into that, but the Bengals look good, and we'll see what happens. I think they got the Chiefs this week, right? I think so. Who else is in here? Timon, how are you, my friend? Glad to see you in here. Jeffrey, my man, in the house. Shibes in here. How you doing, brother? Oh, the Forest Passage says, good evening, everyone. George Solomon, Richard Titcomb. Dean outside in Michigan says he's thirsty tonight. Well, you're in the right place, my friend. Mark Nelson, William Klein, Joe Gilbert. How are you, sir? We'll talk about Joe here in a little bit. He's helping us out this weekend as well. Russell. Colleen, how are you up there in Saskatchewan? What's the temperature up there tonight? I'm just getting caught up on the chat here. Old Guy Firewood says hello to you, Taylor. Open Air Adventure says, every time that Brad says the word would, we have to take a shot. My goodness. Well, we might as well talk about that right now because we got a big day coming up tomorrow, and I am not going to I'm not going to do it. I learned my lesson when Shive was here several months ago, and we got an early morning tomorrow morning and a big day planned for tomorrow. So I am not going to hurt myself. We'll do 1 or 2 pours here tonight, and then I'll be switching over to water because I want everybody to have a good time tomorrow, and I want to have a good time. Dude Ranch is here. Jake, how are you doing? We'll see you tomorrow too, my friend. He's coming down. Donald Slate. All right. Wow. The Hogs Logs. Everyone's here. Let me get caught up. Oh, my goodness. Look who is here. Holy cow. What a surprise. Oh, my. Get over here. Get over here. This is a total surprise. I had no idea this was going to happen. I have a feeling that Valerie played a part in this. We're going to need some chairs for these folks. Patty and Jeffrey are here. Goodness gracious. What a surprise. So glad to see you.
Yes.
Oh, he's listening. I can hear myself echoing back there. Goodness, what a surprise. You can move the chains.
We're good for right now.
You're good for right now? Well, if you guys need a seat, there's a chair there, and there's some more chairs over there.
So this is what it's like to be famous, huh?
Yeah, sitting in the garage. Sitting in the garage talking to everybody. Goodness gracious, that's awesome. Thank you guys for coming. I guess my wife said you were messaging her earlier today.
Yes.
But she didn't tell me all this was going to happen.
Well, it's between me and her.
Yeah. All right, let's get caught up in the chat here. Yeah, Donald Slate says he's not using an eyedropper. Well, I got my back 40 eyedropper set right here. So if things get bad, I'll just go to the old 3-drop method, maybe. Oh, gosh, let's get caught up here. Tony's here. TC's Outdoors, how are you? Dan's here, back 40. Yeah, okay, so right there, he already said it. Good evening, Woodhounds. Is it a 3 drips and sips kind of evening? It is, for me anyway. Richard, no problem helping you out with the hotel. Richard stopped by the yard earlier this afternoon just to make sure he knew where he was going tomorrow because he's coming to the open house and needed a hotel, so I sent him to a nearby place. I hope everything worked out there for you okay. John's here, freaking Jeep. I'm trying to get caught up, everybody, so we can get this thing on the road. Andrew's here, Easton Made Wood Splitters. He says he's still awake. We will not be doing a 4-hour live stream either. Not only are we not going to drink heavily tonight, we are not going to go late. Goodness gracious, that got crazy last month. Andrew stuck with me the whole time, though. I couldn't believe it.
I heard you were asking me.
Shive says, wants to know if I got the conveyor all lubed up and ready to go. It is ready to go. It's already set up in front of the splitter where it's going to be going. I've got your station ready to go for you. The dump trailer's nearby so we can back it up in front of your machine. And yeah, I'll talk about that a little more too, about what all I did today. Hey, super chat from Dan, back 40 Firewood. I heard donated bottles of 4 Roses need to be finished on the evening they are open. Have fun tomorrow. Dan, if there's one thing I'm not, it's a victim of peer pressure. So cheers to you, Dan. I will not be finishing this bottle tonight. However, if you would like to come help me work on it tomorrow, hop on a plane tonight, fly on over here to Maryland, and you can help me out. Cheers.
You have an extra one to drink, too.
I know. Yeah, look what Jeff and Patty brought me. Another bottle of 4 Roses small batch. That's another fantastic pick. Oh, wow. So he knew you were coming too, right? Everybody keeping secrets.
Private investigator.
The Forest Passage says he wishes he could make it to the event. It would be fun to meet everybody. Hopefully you can film it so we can appreciate it afterwards. So yes, there will be plenty of filming going on. There's several YouTube channels coming. I don't know if they're in here yet. I haven't seen them in the chat, but Chuck and Deb from Iron and Oak Sawmill originally said that they weren't going to be able to make it. But he texted me yesterday and said that plans had changed and they are going to come down. So he will be coming with his drone so we can get some overhead footage as well, which will be really awesome. And yeah, he can pick up his cherry barrel too while he's here. So I've been holding on to that for him. Angela, good evening. How are you? Hardworking man's here. Heath, how are you, sir? Ben says he remembers you, Jeff and Patty, from Paul Bunyan Show.
Oh,
Said you're good folks. So
nice to see you, Ben.
awesome.
We had a question about what time the session was tomorrow.
I haven't. Look how far behind in the chat I am. I'm
Screwed up the party.
Angela. No, Angela. I don't know what time we'll be going live. It depends on when people are showing up. Once we get up and running, but I'm sure Shibe, I, Chuck, and Deb, the other YouTube channels that are there, will coordinate. So we'll probably go live at separate times so we don't interfere with each other. But there will probably be quite a few live streams. Just if you're subscribed to the channels, hit the notification bell, and that way when we do go live, you'll get a notification on your phone that we are live. Dan wants to know how far you guys walked to get here.
A lot of miles.
Yeah.
A lot.
Too many.
It was all uphill, right?
and some snow in New York. Once we got to Jersey, it was clear.
Wow, that's awesome. Rachel's here. How you doing, Rachel? Oh, Jeff, you're already commenting here.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Oh, Deb is here. Deb from the mill. And Chuck. They finally made it here. That's awesome. York Firewood is in the house. If you haven't checked out the York Firewood channel, he's got a channel that he's trying to grow right now. It's kind of he says he's only getting like 60, 80 views a week, but he's got a small wood yard. He just posted a video the other day. Is this the world's smallest wood yard? But he's got the Easton-made Axis that will be coming to the open house tomorrow. And him and his son do a lot of work in their yard and process firewood. So check that channel out if you haven't. York Firewood, he's just getting going. We all help each other out in this community. So if you guys can jump over there and maybe give him a push, that would be awesome. York Firewood. Oh, yeah. Taylor says, don't forget to check out firewood@thefurnace.com. She designed and manages that website completely on her own. If you remember several months back, we talked about how Taylor works in the woodyard to pay her phone bill. But this is another way that she's earning her keep around here, managing the website for her old man. Yeah, so that's cool. Another super chat here from Heath, hardworking man. Hello, Jeffrey and Patty. Will Jeffrey be running the hookaroon throw competition tomorrow?
No.
Well, there's no snow here, so we'll be able to find it right away. We won't have to wait for snow to melt. You found that, right, Patty?
Yes.
How far away was it?
Too darn far.
Cheers, Heath. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it.
Far enough.
Patricia Jones says she's here from Florida and enjoys watching. Welcome. Is this your first time here, Patricia? If it is, welcome to the live stream all the way from Florida. Ben, I'm not sure if you do or not, but do you sell any hoodies or t-shirts? We do.
I sent in the website.
Okay, so Taylor sent you the website. That'll take you right to everything you need. To the bonfire page, they print and ship the shirts out right away. They take care of all that for me, and it works out really well. Yeah, there you go. And I got the other one on. Yep, there's 3 or 4 designs in there. You can pick which one you like better. All right, York Firewood says, what time are we supposed to be there? 8 o'clock is what I'm telling everybody. If you want to be one of the first ones there, around 8 o'clock. That way I have time to get things squared away and situated before people start showing up. And we will pretty much go the whole day. Even, let me just say this right now. A lot of people have commented on the recent video and said that I'm going to run out of wood. I need to get more logs in the yard. But listen, if we run out of wood, if we get all that wood cut, split, stacked, then that'll be awesome, because I need to reorganize the yard a little bit. Since I got the 1222 and the conveyor situated, they're kind of, it's a job to move all that around to set it up to split. I used to bring the splitter to the wood. Now I want to bring the wood to the splitter. So that's what we're going to be doing. I want to reorganize some stuff, and clearing that wood yard out is going to help me get a fresh start. And if we get it all done, we'll all be able to sit around and chat and talk and eat, drink, whatever we want to do. So if we run out, we run out. All right. So Shive says if he could tow both the splitter and the conveyor, he would. That's all right, Shive. I think there's going to be plenty of hands there to make up for the missing conveyor. I said in the video yesterday that I had about 30 RSVPs. Well, we're close to 60 now. Definitely over 50, close to 60, and that's just the people that have emailed me saying that they're coming. So it's going to be quite the crowd. It's a little overwhelming. It was, I got to admit, I had a little bit of anxiety last couple of days, but I told myself everybody's here to have a good time, and we're going to make it work. It's the first time we're doing it, so it'll be great. All right. Are we almost caught up?
No.
Oh, we're not. Cash 5150's here. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. I know you can't make it up, but I'm sure you'll be watching the footage. Woodridge Creek, they're coming up. He's bringing his hard camera and live stream setup. So Woodridge Creek will be live streaming at some point. So Ken Bauer says that Chuck will have plenty to take home. Hey, another super chat here from Joe Barney. Joe's Firewood Videos says Michigan takes #1 Purdue tonight, so we need all the luck we can get. So I need a go blue from Taylor. Please don't mention the results from the last Michigan-Maryland game. So Taylor, Joe wants one.
Go blue. And Maryland won, by the way.
Oh, she threw it out there, Joe. Well, I gotta tell you all though, Joe sent me a text and threw the first shot that day when Michigan was playing Maryland. I didn't even know the game was on, but he texted me and I checked it later that night, and Maryland beat them. So Taylor likes to say go blue for Joe. All right, where are we at? Holy moly, Shibe. Festivity fun, thank you, sir. That is awesome. Thank you, brother. You don't have to do that. You're going to be here to help out, and you're going to be just the fact that your muscle is going to be here is enough to help out and to help participate and make it enjoyable for everybody. So thank you, Shibe. I definitely appreciate that. But as you know, these things, as it grew, I started thinking about other things I was going to need. I had to get a couple porta pots, some portable toilets there, so they've been delivered. I had to get some wood chips into the yard today. It rained all day yesterday. Well, half the day yesterday and most of the night last night. It was nice and sunny this morning. We had wind all day, so it did help dry it out a little bit, but there were some muddy areas in the yard. And Taylor helped me this afternoon. We've got some wood chips spread around in the muddiest part of the yard there. So Taylor's giving us a thumbs up after we got the chips spread. And so that'll be nice to work on rather than the sitting in the mud. He said he needs a website and a manager, Taylor. You think you can help Heath out?
I don't know. This one is already a lot.
Hey, Andrew said he's got to get the kids to bed. He'll see us tomorrow. He should be here around 2:30. So hopefully we'll still have some wood to split by 2:30, but he's going to be here, and we are all certainly waiting for him to show up. By then, the people that are here will have had plenty of time to run the machines, get a feel for them, any questions that they might have. Andrew, the owner of the company, is going to be there to answer them for you, and that is absolutely awesome. Have safe travels, my friend, tomorrow, and I'm looking forward to seeing you. So have a good night. Another super chat here from Ben. He says to buy toilet paper or whatever you need for this event. Well, thank you so much, Ben. I appreciate that. Hopefully the porta pots came with toilet paper. I didn't check that, but maybe I should. I'm sure that's standard operating procedure. Cheers, my friend. Y'all are going to make me go through this bourbon pretty quick here. TB, would you like a 2228 for the open house? If you are offering to bring a 2228, bring it on. We're going to have the Axis. We're going to have the 916. We're going to have two 1222s. We do not have a 2228. So if you would like to bring that, you are more than welcome to. We will find a place to park that baby. And if we got to go out in the woods out back and cut a tree or two down to run some wood through it, we'll do that too. I think there's a few trees that are down back there, actually. I don't want to get crazy with this, but we'll make sure we have enough wood for everybody to get the chance to run the machines. Chuck's bringing a hookaroon. That's good. Oh my gosh, I feel like Skidder Kev. I'm so far behind in the chat here. He's got so many people commenting and reading all the comments. It's hard to keep up. What state is York Firewood in? They are in Pennsylvania, Dave. So TC's Outdoors, subscribe to York Firewood. Hopefully you're getting a little bump there, my friend. Greg says, I'm going to need more than a few truckloads of gravel for my yard after tomorrow. Well, I know it's probably going to end up pretty messy, and that's fine. When spring gets here, my uncle owns a construction company, and he's right next door to my mother's house. And I can get a roller from him, and we can roll the yard out, and I'll make sure it's good as new. So we're going to try to do our best to not tear it up too bad, but I know it's going to happen. It's already started happening, actually. And we'll make it right. No problem. John wants to know if he can bring a baby saw for folks and you to try out. Smaller is sometimes better. A baby saw. Well, I don't know what kind of baby saw. Somebody did offer to bring a electric chainsaw, which I have never run.
For you, Rachel.
There's a little side conversation going on back here, apparently. 229 people in this chat right now. You guys are awesome. This is absolutely incredible. Yeah, Dude Ranch says keeping the splitter stationary is the move for sure. I'm learning that now. You know, if you got a county line or a box store splitter, even that Ram splitter, I could move that around fairly easily. But you get into these big boy machines, I'm telling you, they're beefy. So yeah, I just want to keep everything, like have a designated splitting area and bring the wood to the splitter. Joe Dodge firewood from the sawmill. Is Brad hosting his firewood frenzy? Well, I told you all in the video, when I started this whole idea, I thought it was going to be a few people. A couple of people that live nearby had reached out and said, hey, can I come try out that 1222? And I said, yeah, man, we'll pick a day when we can get, 3 or 4 people that have reached out to run it. And then when Andrew got a hold of me and said he was coming through the area and wanted to stop by the yard, I said, well, that'd be a good day. Everybody will be able to meet up with him if they have any questions. Well, when I went live from the woodyard that day, emails have been blowing up ever since. So I don't think it's going to be a firewood frenzy. It's a gathering. It's a get-together. It's a fellowship thing. And Woodhounds can run some machines, run some saws. And hopefully you're not just going to cut and split. Hopefully I get some help stacking too. Because what is Jeffrey doing?
That's great.
John wants to know if OSHA's coming. We will have plenty of chainsaw chaps on hand and available for the people who want to run a saw that don't have proper safety equipment. But let's hope not. Tim, I answered this a little earlier. I don't know if you were here when I did it, but we don't really know what time we're going to live stream. Once everything gets up and running and going well, we'll definitely do that. I just heard a car door shut. I don't know if I'm getting another surprise or what.
That might be your wife.
I don't think so. My boy's at practice. Oh, goodness.
It's Andrew.
Darren's here from Florida. He's traveling once again, so he says hello from Florida, everybody. Darren's got his conveyor up and running now. Conveyors are the new thing. Everybody's getting a conveyor, and they are necessary when you're running these types of machines. Wouldn't you say, Jeffrey?
Yes, sir. Pumps out a lot of wood real fast.
You got to get the wood away from the machine.
Yep.
And you either got to do that by manpower or by equipment. Firewood Hut said he started putting dividers every 8 foot in the stacking rows. Big improvement. Yeah, so if you can pre-measure your wood, I find that works best for me. Everybody has their own system, and I don't care what you do. If that's what works for you, that's what you should do. Donald Slate says he sent an email, Taylor.
Yeah, I saw it.
All right. Saul Surgeon's here. Hello, Ted. How are you, my friend? Good to see you in here tonight. Another super chat. Iron and Oak Sawmill, Chuck and Deb, thank you so much. He says, this is for a big bowl of chili. I'm a huge fan of good chili. Howdy, Jeff, Patty, and Taylor. So thank you very much, Chuck and Deb. I appreciate that. Val was planning on making 2 big pots of chili. She made 3. So there's a little extra chili now today and that she made, and it'll be ready for everybody tomorrow. Yes, Jack, thank you for reminding me. I wanted to tell everybody this. If you have a camp chair, like a chair in a bag that folds up, and you can bring that, that would be awesome because the yard's a little wet, and I do have those metal folding chairs, but they're just going to sink right into the yard. So we've got plenty of tables for you to sit at if you want to get a bite to eat, but if you have a camping chair and you're coming to the open house, please throw that in the car with you. That would be great. Thanks, Jack, for reminding me of that. All right, another question. Shive, how is your auto beer loader? So if you didn't catch that short that Shive put out with his new conveyor that he just brought home the other day, he threw an empty beer can on it and let it take a ride up the conveyor in his short. That was pretty funny. Tom, it's a great thing you're doing, having your own wood stock. He wishes he was a little closer. Well, it's I keep repeating myself, but it's way more than I thought it would be. And I feel underprepared, but I know everybody's going to have a great time. Red Dye says he's been burning firewood for over 10 years now. Hottest wood he thinks is ash. I mean, ash is a good burning firewood. I like ash because it can be used for heat or for campfires because it dries quickly. It has decent BTUs, and it has a nice flame. So a lot of people that burn oak in a campfire, it does create a lot of heat, but there's not a whole lot of flame. So I think ash is a great all-around wood. Another super chat here from Woodruff Woods. Fuel donation for tomorrow. Yep, I fueled up all the cans today to run all the splitters and the look, there's Gandalf. You need some hair on your face there, my friend. He found the old Gandalf hat laying here in the garage. That's funny. So yeah, I did fill up all the fuel cans today and the diesel can for the skid loader. So we will have enough fuel to run for the splitters. I picked up a whole case of Moto Mix so that we have plenty of fuel for the saws. So thank you, Darren. Yes, fuel is not cheap either. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. Iron and Oak Sawmill has a question. Andrew can place orders over the phone. Just call Jerry with a G. Yep, and Jeffrey, correct me if I'm wrong. It's a $500 deposit to get your name on the list, right?
That is correct. Yep.
So if you're showing up tomorrow, I will forewarn you right now, because this is something that happened to me. If you show up tomorrow and you've never seen or ran an Easton made wood splitter, and you do it tomorrow, your life will forever be changed.
You will buy one.
When I went up to Chuck and Deb's at Iron and Oak Sawmill and ran their machine, I always say that you don't know what you don't know. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you do know, and you realize what you could be doing, it definitely changes gears in your mind. So, I mean, even if you don't ever purchase one or have an Easton made, just being able to see and run one will definitely be a good experience. Jack says he'd love to see the 22-28 there, TB. So I don't know if I missed your response earlier, but if you plan on bringing that, please let me know in the chat. So in the morning, I can make sure that we have a spot planned out for it. Dick with a super chat. Old Guy Firewood from North Carolina. I sure wish I could make it tomorrow, but I'll be there in spirit. I know everyone will have a great time. Thank you, Dick. I know if you could be here, you would. It's another great channel there. If you're not subscribed to him, make sure that you check his channel out. He's a great guy. I met him at Paul Bunyan as well. Communicate a lot with him. So York Firewood and Old Guy Firewood. That's the ones we want to check out tonight. Give them a little bump if we can. Oh, gosh. Anthony from Canada. Ontario Firewood Resource says 12 cord minimum in your session. I don't know. I don't even know how much wood's there. If I was thinking about it the other day, and the wood that's already bucked up and ready to be split, I think there's probably 4 cord there maybe. And then there's probably another 4 or 5 cord laying on the ground in log form. So you might be about right there. We'll see. I hope we get it all done. Somebody commented on my video yesterday and said, "You are a genius. You created a party to get all of your work done for free." That's not what it was meant to be, but that's what it's turned into, and I'm thankful. Let me just say that I am very thankful. Dan, I hope Shibe is not dropping trees tomorrow. When he was here before, I did take him on a little tour on the golf cart through the woods. We were actually scoping out to see if I could find any black birch, and we didn't find any. I took him all through the woods behind the wood yard. I drove him down to the furnace and all through the property where the furnace is, and we looked and looked and looked and didn't find any black birch. But there's a few trees down, and if things get crazy, he may be out in the woods. I have no idea. But Iron and Oak Sawmill says he can't stay up late. He has to work, then travel to Brad's. Yep, it's the same thing here. That's why we're not going to go super late tonight. We will definitely do an hour and a little bit of overtime. Hey, now. Everybody give it up for TB. His wife just gave him the okay. He's coming. The 22-28 is in tow, and he will send an email after the live stream.
I just sent your email back, by the way.
All right, Taylor just responded to your email. So that is absolutely awesome. We're going to have, Jeffrey, we're going to have pretty much the whole line here.
Yeah.
We're missing an ultra. Yeah.
Wrote that down.
Yeah. So that is incredible. Gosh, things just keep getting better and better.
Andrew could walk the 48C.
We don't have enough wood for that, I assure you. Oh, gosh. Shibe says we'll have to do some wood yard logging. Well, I can tell you this, and we're not going to take a field trip, but I will tell you this. Down at the furnace last year, a tornado touched down and ripped through there. And there's trees that are blocking the roadway in and out of the furnace area. And I have been given permission to cut all I want down there. So at some point, maybe after we get the yard cleaned up tomorrow, if I need some wood, I got an area I can go cut to get some more logs very quickly to the yard. So, yeah, Woodruff Wood says hit the thumbs up. I would appreciate that. That helps the channel out substantially. Ken, that's a great question. Where's the ram splitter hiding now? It is way down the row over in row 4. I have been keeping it covered up. I'm taking care of it. Just have no desire to start it. But the ram splitter's still there. I haven't really decided what I'm going to do with that yet. Some people have suggested renting it out. Some people have suggested keeping it for like a resplitter. I don't know. I think I want to keep the box wedge on the 1222. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, so I'm not really making any decisions as far as that machine goes yet. Now, a little update on the ram splitter as far as the wedge goes. John from Ram Splitter has been contacting me a couple times in the last month or so, and he says that at some point they changed the design of the components underneath the wedge that raise and lower the wedge. And they are sending me new components to replace that should make the new wedges that they sent me work. I'm not holding my breath. We'll see what happens. But I do have someone who is willing to fix the other wedges for me so we can at least have that operational if this doesn't work out. This is my last attempt. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to just take it in my own hands and deal with it. I'm done communicating with them as far as that's concerned. Anthony says, call it the firewood fantasy. Well, it's not really a fantasy. We're really going to do it. It's going to be reality. Yeah. I mean, look, Patty and Jeff are standing in my garage and they live in New York. This is crazy.
And we walk.
And they walk the whole way.
Dark in the cold.
Greg says 230 plus are in the chat and only 22 thumbs up. Taylor, how many thumbs up we got there?
106.
We got 106 thumbs up now. So you all are
You're just far behind in the chat.
I know. I'm very far behind in the chat. Taylor is always keeping her dad in line, Jared. Yes, she is. She's a good worker. She really is. When I can get her out there with me, she hauled a few wheelbarrows to the woods of some trash today for me, and she does good. Super chat from Joe Barney. Joe's firewood videos. He wants to be the judge in the chili cook-off between Jeffrey behind me and Val. Well, Jeff, how do you make your chili? Do you make it really spicy and hot? And
No, I'm medium, a good medium heat. That's about it.
yeah. So I don't like it when it's burns your mouth to eat it. I really like her deer chili, but the deer hunting this year hasn't been that great. I've only
such thing as deer chili. It's venison chili.
Venison chili. Sorry, venison chili. I have only been in the woods 3 times. Brady's been with me, and one time we got ran out by a thunderstorm, and the other time we saw 3 deer and let them walk. Should have shot one, but
Easier to get him with the car.
easier to get them with a car. Well, I hope not my car.
Someone's car.
Hey, John says he's been preaching a stationary wood splitter location for years. The old man wasn't so dumb after all, I guess. John, I think age brings wisdom, and I will take any advice from guys who are elder to me and have an idea of how to make things work better. I've learned in the past several years that wisdom comes with age. So, yeah, Shive says his conveyor is working great. He's going to run it full bore on Saturday, the day after the open house. So this coming Saturday, he's going to be running that. I'm sure you'll get to see that on the channel. Bill Irwin's here. How are you? Michael D. has a question. Seriously, do you need us to bring anything tomorrow?
Just the chair.
So this is a genuine weakness of mine. And I told Jack this the other day when he stopped by. He's the guy who has the 916 that's bringing it. I have a weakness that I don't like to ask for help. I try to do things on my own, and maybe it's because I want it done my way. I don't know why that is.
Names back here?
But I'm horrible at asking for help when I need it. I can't think of anything that I need you to bring. If you want to bring a dessert or a snack or something like that, something for people to munch on, there's going to be a lot of people here. I don't know how long the chili is going to last. We're going to be cooking hot dogs, and we'll order some pizzas. Woodridge Creek actually offered to take care of the pizzas for us tomorrow, so that's awesome. I thank him for that. But yeah, I mean, anything you can think of that, I might be forgetting, if you want to help out, that's fine. Joe Gilbert says you can sit on the wood. Well, all the wood's going to be split, Joe. Every round there is going to be split tomorrow. That's what I'm thinking. Shive's bringing 3 chairs. Will the firewood at the furnace merch be on sale tomorrow? So Taylor will have some of the merch there with us. We don't have a whole lot here right now. We've got some hats, some beer mugs. We've got whiskey glasses, stickers, flasks, and shot glasses, but we don't have any shirts because I don't handle the shirts. That's all done through the bonfire page. Did you have
Yeah.
something?
No, I was just gonna say what we were having there. for
Yeah.
merch.
So there will be some stuff there, but unfortunately, no shirts. They have to be ordered online because it just got to the point where I was trying to stock shirts here, and I ended up getting stuck with some sizes and some colors that nobody wanted to order. So it's much easier to have them take care of it.
You gotta make them orange and blue now.
Yeah, I do need to get some orange and blue shirts in there. That's a good idea. I do have an idea for a new shirt that I'm going to be putting out in the spring. I'm not going to give you any hints on it, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be really cool.
I didn't know about it.
No, I haven't told you. I haven't told you about it yet, Taylor.
Leave it up to Dad.
Yeah. Backyard Firewood says, "Don't sweat it. It will all be good. Just have a good time." And that's what my wife's been telling me too. Everybody's coming here just to have a good time, and that's what we're going to do. Gosh, I'm so far behind. Mark, I'm not letting Taylor skip school tomorrow. However, they do have an early dismissal day. So Taylor will be getting out of school at noon. She'll be there just in time for the lunch and the festivities, and she'll be there when Andrew shows up.
I'll be there at like 12:30.
So for those of you that are coming, I hope you can hang out until Andrew arrives, because at some point after he arrives, I do want to get a group shot of everybody that's there. I think that'll be really cool. Super chat from S&S Pro Firewood to help out with tomorrow. Have fun, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cheers. That is awesome. 272 people in here.
What did we do?
Noah Wise, he's heading out from PA tomorrow. Let me apologize ahead of time. I'm going to get to meet so many people tomorrow that I communicate on here with and talk to in my comments and in the chat on the live streams. And I'm going to do my best to remember everybody. But I'm horrible with names. So please introduce yourself to me tomorrow, whether you think I already know you or not. But it's going to be a great time. Anthony wants to know, is the skid of beer ordered? I did not order a skid of beer. However, once we get finished with the wood that's in the yard, we can definitely take care of that and help hook everybody up, because I don't want everybody hammered while we're running power saws and splitters. I don't think that's a great idea at all. Larry and Robin with a super chat. He's sorry that they can't make it. That's all right. I understand not everybody can make it. It was kind of short notice. I planned on it originally doing something in the middle of February, but when Andrew reached out to me and told me he was going to stop by, I had to bump that up. It's a little short notice, so no worries there, Larry and Robin. Thank you so much for the super chat. Cheers. Dirt road landing, Jeff. I don't even know if this is an option. A 1222 with a Kubota diesel engine?
Yeah, it's basically the 24D is basically what that is. Same RAM that's on the 1222 is on the Kubota diesel. That's why you got that like 2-second cycle time.
So there you go. Jeffrey should be an employee of Easton Made Wood Splitters.
They don't make clothes big enough.
Ask Andrew. He did a dance in it.
Firewood at the Furnace makes clothes big enough.
That's right.
But so there you go. And these are all great questions. And if you have questions and you're not going to be here tomorrow, throw them in the chat. And if Jeffrey can't answer them, I'm sure Andrew will be able to.
Yep, we have pretty good knowledge.
Clyde ordered his Ultra last Wednesday. Giddy up. Good for you, Clyde. That machine's really quick too. That's an awesome little splitter. And I'm telling you what, after the abuse that Joe puts a lot of wood through it. Chris put a lot of wood through it. Yep. And they hold up. I mean, the proof is in the pudding.
Sets up nice and high too.
Yep. Jack said the Easton Made definitely changed his life. It's all about time management, and Easton Made gives me more time with my family. Or you could just split more wood there, Jack. Excuse me. Greg says that he's ran Castrol motorcycle oil for years in all his 2-cycle power saws, whackers, and crackers. Look into that. They make steel oil also. I'm just saying. Yeah, so I don't mix my own oil. Some people say I'm wasting my money. I don't mix my own fuel. With the 500i and the 261 and the price of saws, I do run my saws enough to where I don't have fuel sitting in them, but I don't know. Tony checking in from the Holiday Inn Express in Northeast Maryland. He's only about 5 or 6 miles away from me here. Looking forward to meeting you tomorrow, Tony. That is awesome. Firewood Hut. Oh, question here from Jared. If you ever had your pants scared off by Splitzilla lifting a 44-inch round, you're not living. If you've never had your pants scared off by Splitzilla lifting a 44-inch round. Yeah, that's a heck of a machine there too. How far behind am I, Taylor?
Pretty far behind.
I don't want to skip through and miss anything here, but we're already almost 50 minutes in. Hey, Mike, yes. Is anyone allowed to stop by? I'm in Conowingo, close to you. You are close. You're about 12, 15 miles away. Yes, anyone can stop in. Send me an email, firewood@thefurnace@gmail.com, and I will send you the address so that you know how to find us. So if you want to stop by, that would be awesome.
What about parking?
I think I have parking squared away. If we run out, we'll have to improvise. We'll improvise, but I think I've got parking squared away here. Where am I at? I totally lost my place. Bill Irwin says he can't wait to run all the different splitters. Super chat here. Backyard Firewood 499 says firewood peeps and chili equals Porta John destruction. Well, it may happen, and if it happens, the facilities are there for you, my friend. Cheers.
That's back 40.
Back
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Darren's going to bow out for a bit. He hopes to rejoin in hour 4. Good luck tomorrow, folks. This will be a good time. Well, Darren, we will not be here in hour 4, so have a great night from Florida, my friend. You are doing some traveling. All right. Got a question here from B. Willen. I suspect Andrew will be bringing some goodies in tow to this fellowship at the furnace splitting event. Well, I don't know. He hasn't told me. I don't know if he's bringing anything at all. He's traveling with his family. So they're just coming through the area. He's not coming specifically for this event. I'm not sure if he'll have anything with him or not. If I knew, I would tell you.
You buy a splitter, you get a hat.
Yeah. If you splitters come with the hat. You like my banner back there, Jeffrey?
I do. I love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to steal it.
We need someone else to have one.
I told
You know who you are.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still in here or not. Haven't seen him. He likes to hang out in the background.
He says, never say never.
John, does your neighbor have a tree that needs to come down? Maybe 2 or 3. You know, it's funny you say that because right on the property line by the fence, there's a locust tree, and it's hanging over the fence. And the neighbor actually came over to me. It's probably been 2 months ago now, and said, "Hey, when you have a chance, let us know. We'll take the split rail fence down. We'd like you to take that tree down before it falls and breaks the fence." So there is a locust tree there that we could take down tomorrow. We could absolutely do it.
I'll show you. I'll put that 2228. I'll show you what it can do. That locust.
Yep. Thank you to the moderators that are taking care of things here. Ken Bauer says I should re-gift the Ram tomorrow. You know, I've thought about that too. I've been thinking about a lot of things. I've been very fortunate to have that machine, the 1222, come into my life, and I would love to pay that forward at some point. I'm just not sure what I'm doing with that yet. All these options are on my mind, and at some point I will make a decision. Several people have reached out to me interested in purchasing it, but I just haven't made a decision yet.
We can auction off. I could be your auctioneer. I go, hey, coming around about 5, 5.5, over here, 10, 5, 10, 5. We go, what are we off?
Wow. When did you go to school to learn how to do that? That actually sounded good. That sounded really good. Yeah.
We're going to auction it off tomorrow.
Wow.
You get 15% commission, though.
Is Nate? So Nate is giving the Ram splitter one more chance. Oh, Nate. I don't think I'm ever going to get rid of Nate. Super chat outdoors in the 608. Wow, this is going to be epic. Yes, sir, it is. I hope everybody has a good time tomorrow. That's all I care about, is that everybody is coming, has a good time tomorrow. I'm sure a lot of work is going to get done, but regardless, I just want everybody that comes to have fun. So cheers. Thank you. Hershey Acres. Easton made 37D, should be delivered by April. He's been waiting 11 months, well worth the wait. Yeah, I watched the 37D run at Paul Bunyan show too, and I don't think I could keep that thing fed. That's the problem with that machine, is that it's just so fast. You definitely have to have somebody bringing wood to you. Jack M., I like this. The firewood at the Furnace Fest.
We should get to a giveaway because we have 2 to do.
We do have 2 giveaways to do. Look, Taylor's keeping me on track here. The firewood at the Furnace Fest. You like that?
Firewood furnace
You like
fest,
that, Patty?
yes.
That sounds good. I like that. Keep that in mind. Remind me of that tomorrow, Jack. I don't know if we'll do it again. If everybody has a good time, we will certainly consider it. I would like to get like an East Coast firewood, like a legit frenzy going on. If we could find a place like a venue. Obviously, if we went to a venue somewhere, we can't be running saws and splitters. But if we could do something like Dan did out there, I think that would be neat. Novice Tree Guy says he's bringing a Holtz Forma G888. That's the MS880 clone. So I'll see y'all there. That'll be interesting to run. I bet that thing is a beast and heavy. But what size bar do you have on that there? I'm sure you got a long bar on that. Matt Weimer says that he has deer burger here. He wishes he would have known. Well, I think everybody is gonna when you're making. Yeah. Patty says venison burger, Matt. It's not deer chili. It's not deer burger. It's venison. That's what they say in New York. We can get into all the dialects and processor. It goes on and on. All right. Gosh, I can't get caught up, Taylor. I cannot get caught up.
We should do a giveaway.
All right, we're going to do a giveaway, and I'm going to get further behind in the chat. The giveaway that we are going to do right now is for the moisture meter. I had said in the video a couple weeks ago when I showed this moisture meter that they had sent me an extra one to give away, and all you had to do was comment on the video. So we will get to that. Let me share my screen here, and we will insert the video URL. We will filter duplicate users. Do the math problem. 9 + 2, Taylor.
11.
I gotta take off the shoes.
Yeah. We have got 222 unique comments. We will start the raffle and pick a winner. You don't have to be here to win. The winner is Nathan Gaiman. And his comment was, great video, man, that 1222 rocks. So Nathan, I'm not sure if you're in the chat or not. Taylor will let me know if you are.
No.
But either way, you are the winner of the moisture meter. Taylor, if you wouldn't mind taking note of that. All right. And we will get rid of that. So we still have another giveaway. We do the whiskey glass every month on the live stream. So we will be giving that away here shortly.
Well, we got 3 more hours to go.
No, we're not doing 3 more hours.
We haven't checked in the hotel yet.
Bill says he's bringing me something tomorrow that is homemade.
Oh boy.
I know what that is.
Wouldn't be something to do with Paul Bunyan.
It's kind of like this, but without the color. All right, Bill, that sounds wonderful. We will save that for when all the wood is done. Kevin wants to know what the forecast is look like for tomorrow. He's got snow showers in southwest Ontario. The weather is looking good for tomorrow. It's supposed to be partly to mostly sunny, about 40 degrees. So the weather will be good. I'm glad the rain came yesterday. We had today to help dry out. Tomorrow's going to be a good day. So no rain in the forecast. Oh gosh, I'm so far behind. I feel like, when I get far behind in the chat, I feel like I'm answering questions that are long ago and people don't remember what I'm talking about. David Briggs wants to know if after all the trailers are empty, are we doing hay rides? We'll see what happens. I don't know. I mean, there's some awesome people, some funny people, some crazy people coming. So we'll see. My mom, she's excited. I'll let you in on a little secret. My mom made 2 of her famous pound cakes.
So good.
They are so good for tomorrow. And she's going to be there for the day. She's excited. She can't believe you all are coming. So you'll get to meet my mom as well. And guess what? Today, while I was getting the yard ready for tomorrow, there was a bald eagle flying over the yard. I hadn't seen a bald eagle over the yard in probably over a month or so. And today, while I was spreading those wood chips, they were flying over. So that was awesome. Dad's going to be with me there tomorrow for sure. Joe Dodge Firewood from the Sawmill says you need everyone to sign a T-shirt or something to remember this by.
I'm going to find something for everyone to sign tomorrow.
All right, Taylor's going to take care of that. That would be great. That's a great idea. Thank you so much for that. If anybody else has great ideas like that, throw them out there, because I'm sure when it's over, I'm going to wish I had done something different.
Yeah, I have a silver Sharpie. Yeah.
Super chat from Will Davidson, WD30. How are you, buddy? What a way to start off the weekend with getting a new job today. Well, congratulations, Will. That's awesome. And I think you're coming tomorrow. Pretty sure you're coming tomorrow. So that is awesome. Thank you so much for the super chat. There's only a little bit left in there. So we will do another pour here. And this will be the last pour before I switch over to water. Tell me when to stop, Jeffrey.
That's good. For the glass, you got the bottle.
All right. Anthony said he wishes he bought an Easton Made before he built the Beaston Made.
Well, you still can.
Yep, you still can. That thing he has is a beast, though.
It is. Watching the video there.
Oh, gosh. Matt, where is everyone parking? Everyone is going to park when you come in the driveway. I know you're familiar with the driveway, Matt, but when you come in the driveway, the field is to the right. And I want you to make a 90-degree turn right off the driveway, and we're going to line the cars up all the way down the driveway. To my best guess, I think we can get 30 or so cars there. And when we run out of room there, I've got another plan for that. So I know some people are coming late. Some people are coming early and have to leave by a certain time due to other obligations. But if we run out of room, I do have a plan. But to start with, we're going to line everybody up fairly tight to the right side coming in the driveway. All right, I got to get through all this nonsense here in the chat. I think Shibe took care of that for me.
Yep.
Another super chat here. Richard, thank you so much. I don't think I've seen you in here before, my friend, but welcome. Is this your first time here? If you are here for the very first time in the chat, type new in the chat so that we can say hello to you and remember, because I like to see new names in here. I think that's awesome. Cheers, Richard. I appreciate that. Okay, I do have a list of stuff that I wanted to talk about up here. And one of the things is right over Jeffrey's head, the blue line flag. I got a comment the other day on a video that said he likes watching my videos, but he cannot subscribe until I get rid of the blue line flag because it is disgraceful to the colors. Now, I used to think the same exact thing. I actually asked some former Marines and some military personnel that I know that I used to work with about that, and they said that it recognizes public safety, first responders, And actually, the uniforms of the military wear subdued patches that are not red, white, and blue, that are actually the camo or the subdued colors. So they did not consider it to be disrespectful. I'm curious to know what you all think. I thought about that a long time ago, but I hadn't given it any more thought since then. I have that flag up proudly. I'm very patriotic, and I don't want to do anything, obviously, to disrespect our country or our flag. I'm just curious what you all's opinion of that. Hey, Mr. Firewood, Van Bros, that's Brady's best friend, Dom. Welcome. How you doing? How long ago was that?
That was like a good 10 minutes ago.
Wow. John says, with your police connection, can I get a police escort around the Baltimore Beltway tomorrow? That's where I used to work when I was on the motorcycle right at the end of my career there, John. And that is, depending on what time you come around the Baltimore Beltway, that can be a nightmare. Yes, Richard, there is a Dunkin' Donuts up the street from you, or just down the street from you. It's on your way here, so you'll be able to stop there and grab your coffee in the morning.
I went there this morning.
Is Nate here?
No,
He's right there.
I didn't see him. Oh, he's not.
Nate said, or Ben said, Nate, you won. I didn't know if he saw him in here.
Nate's right here.
Oh, yeah, now I know what you're talking about.
James, are you throwing this party to get ahead on your splitting for the year? Absolutely not, but it's definitely going to help. I said earlier, I only expected a few people to come just to try out the machines, but it's turned into this. So, hey, it's a win-win for everybody. Sam Frazier, first time here, loving the videos. Keep up the great work. P.S. What are you drinking? Four Roses small batch on my sides. Cheers. Sam, funny you say that. Well, first of all, welcome. Glad you're here. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope you can join us every month on the live stream. We do it on the last Thursday of every month. I'm drinking Four Roses single barrel. This is a private selection pick from a store. And that was donated to me tonight by a friend of mine and fellow parent on Brady's baseball team. Cody Allen gave that to us to sip on tonight. So Four Roses is always good. Every Four Roses bottle I've ever had has been good. So you're sipping on a good one. Thank you for joining us. Bone Warming Hearth. Make a legendary bottle from all the bottles open tomorrow to drink next on Thirsty Thursday Live. That can't happen. Taylor will tell you, I do not have the strongest stomach in the world. So you start mixing crazy stuff up, I'm not going to be able to handle that. It's funny that I don't have a strong stomach because I've seen and dealt with a lot of people through the fire department and police and accidents and things that I've handled. That never bothers me. When I'm in the moment and I'm doing my job, I shut all that off. But if I'm not in a traumatic event where I'm trying to help somebody, I can't deal with smells. I can't deal with anything like that. Another super chat here from York Firewood for parking valets, the satellite parking lot and the transfer bus. I hope we don't get to that point. But thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate that, my friend. I'll see you tomorrow.
We do have the bus. We have the alien invasion coming.
The alien invasion. They better not be coming. We left them in Ohio. I got to be honest with you. I'm most looking forward to running that Axis tomorrow. I really am.
Yeah.
I don't think they ran that a whole lot at Paul Bunyan, did they?
A little bit here and there.
I don't think I saw it run while I was there hanging out.
Very precise. Good for bundle wood. Your restaurant grade, stuff like that.
Okay, so Heath here, he's in law enforcement as well, and he said he's been told the same thing about the thin blue line flag, and researched it, and from what he had found out, it was considered okay. And he's a military vet and a law enforcement officer, so I'm good with that. I'm not going to take that down. I think Dean says he flies the same flag. It's all done in support. MT Tammany Ridge is new to the chat. Well, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I love seeing new people here. That is absolutely incredible. So everybody says, hey, Darren's back. He said he was leaving, but he's here. Looks like most of you agree that it's okay. So I appreciate the feedback there. He kind of made me question myself. Uh-oh, Jeff. Question for you. You want to answer this?
Yeah, did you help Brad paint his new wedge on his rack blue? I said, no, he did that on his own, and I passed.
Yeah, so Jeffrey did send me the paint colors. If you're interested, it's what, safety blue and safety orange?
Yep.
Yeah, so it's an addiction. Jeffrey paints everything he has orange and blue. He might need an intervention. But yeah, I figured since I was putting the orange wedge on the rack, I should paint the rack blue. I'm not going to get carried away, but
You sure about that?
I don't know. It is a little bit of an addiction. All right, Dude Ranch, you're heading out. Jake, he's got an early tomorrow morning driving to the furnace. He can't wait to meet everybody. I'm so thankful that he's coming out. Him and Chris are going to be here, so it'll be great to hang out with them again. He's a wealth of information too. We can all learn from each other and pick up new ideas from each other. So everybody being here is going to be awesome. Taylor's typing away over here. What are you doing?
Well, someone asked if we're only showing comments up on the screen to people who donate, and we don't. The chat's just a lot to keep up with. So if we miss your comment, it's not on purpose.
Yeah, so if we're missing your comment, I'm sorry. If you have a question, put a Q or 2 or 3 Qs in front of your comment so I can help pick it out. I do put all the super chats up on the screen, but if I see a question, I will throw those up there as well. So like here's one here right now from Iron and Oak Sawmill. Save some wood for me and that axis. Chuck, what time do you plan on being here? Not sure.
They actually just emailed you a picture of them and said, can't wait for tomorrow.
Who did, Chuck?
Yeah, you go to your email and you can see.
All right. Another super chat here. Woodruff Woods, another donation for a toe strap. You may need it. I hope not. Now, I am concerned because I didn't spread wood chips all the way through the rows. And when these trailers get filled up, I'm going to have to back them up to, we're going to have to play it by ear. I don't know if I'm going to dump it on the ground to stack or if we're going to stack out of the trailer because we're going to need the trailers back in front of the splitters. But I am worried about backing those heavy trailers down in the yard. But we'll see. We're going to play it by ear. It'll be fun. Cheers, Darren. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, gosh. He said he wants an axis and he's keeping his eye on Marketplace. I'm sure Rachel loves that, Heath. I'm sure she's so excited for you to have, what, a 5th splitter? Is it 4 or 5? I think it'll be 5.
Iron Oak Sawmill said 12:30.
York Firewood, what was that, Taylor?
Iron Oak Sawmill said 12:30. So I guess it's
12:30? Okay, that'll be good. There'll still be wood here for you. I'll make sure of it so you get to run the axis, Chuck. York Firewood says he hasn't put my sticker on the axis yet. He'll give me the honor while we video it. All right, well, I'll have plenty of stickers with me tomorrow. I know I sent you some stickers, so if you would like to hold on to that, put it somewhere else, I'll grab a different sticker to put it on the machine for you. That's awesome. I'm sure he'll put that on his channel. York Firewood, if you're getting here late, make sure you check out his channel. Give him a little bump tonight. That would be great. We all like to help each other out in this community. So York Firewood's just getting going. So check that channel out. All right, we're getting close. I think I'm getting close to being caught up. Jack says Brad even painted his whole hand blue. So the day that I made that video that came out this past week, Jack stopped by to meet me and to look at the yard and to talk about tomorrow because he's bringing the 916. And he didn't mention it while I was talking to him, but after the video he did message me and say, I was wondering why your hand was blue when I met you that day. And that was why. So that's funny. I spray painted that. I know that wastes paint, but that's the way I did it because I had some left over. Sam Frazier says he has a 271 Farm Boss. He does firewood for personal use, and he's hoping to get into roadside selling. Is it really worth upgrading to the 500i, or is what I have sufficient enjoy for what I do? I think the 271 is a great saw. I don't know how much wood you're processing, Sam, but the 271 is a good saw. And if you're going to sell on the roadside and, you know, you're not, I don't know how many cords or if you're just doing bundles or what, but I have the 261, which is the pro version of the 271. And, but the Farm Boss is like the most popular saw still has, I think. So I think you're just fine with that saw. The 500i is obviously faster, a little more powerful, more horsepower, but the 271 does just fine. Andrew and Samantha Madison have a question. Are you still riding motorcycles? If so, can we get a video with that beard in the wind? I actually have a video of that.
Don't show them that one.
I can't play it because there's music in the background that will get my video flagged. Flirting with Disaster is playing in the background while I'm riding, but there is a video of that, and I don't know.
You can take the music out of that one.
Does anybody really want to see that? But yes, the motorcycles are still here. I can show you one of them back here real quick. Here, let me bring this up. So there's one. That's the Ultra Classic that I ride. Jeff and Patty, they're right there. And the reason I have this camera set up is because the 500i and the 261 have got brand new chains on them. I just changed the chains, put brand new, fresh chains on those two saws for anybody that wants to run those tomorrow, and everything that I need to pack up in the truck with me in the morning. But yes, I still do ride the motorcycles, and I don't know. If you send me an email, I might send that video to you if you're really interested. But I made it because it was funny. My beard all up in my face. I'll show that to you after we end the live stream there, Jeff. You'll laugh.
You imagine it? It's like 10 times.
Darren said he's leaving for real this time. He has an early flight to catch. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you, Darren. I appreciate it. Have a great night and a safe flight home. I assume you're coming home. Joe wants to know where I'm located. I am in the northeastern corner of Maryland. Our county that I live in borders Pennsylvania and Delaware. If you look at the map, the very northeastern corner of the state is where I'm at. Iron and Oak Sawmill says they're going to have some stickers and shirts with them as well. So if you haven't checked out Iron and Oak Sawmill's channel, they do a lot of firewood videos, but they also do a lot of milling. We went up and visited them a couple months ago. Shibe and Darren from Outside with Shibe and Woodruff Woods. That was a great day as well. They do a lot of milling. It was the first time I've been around a sawmill. And I brought home that slab of black walnut that I made that sign for Darren that we gave to him at the Paul Bunyan show. So Darren said Shibe needs to put a sticker on the conveyor. If anybody wants to bring stickers tomorrow that has them and put them on my conveyor, that's a good idea. I might start to do that too.
We have to paint it
You want it repainted?
orange and blue.
I was thinking about painting it orange and blue rather than red and black.
Actually, orange, not orange and blue.
Red and black are kind of like my colors because red's my favorite color and my truck and trailer are black. So that's how I came up with those two colors. But I figured if I painted that old farm conveyor orange and blue, it would be disrespectful to the real thing.
Wait till you get the new machine. It'll be already pre-painted.
Maybe someday. I'm definitely going to have to, probably next year after I sell some more wood next year, I might put some money towards another conveyor.
You'll have 60 cord knocked out tomorrow.
Jack says that feel free to slap some stickers on his splitter. That's the 916 that's going to be there tomorrow. So if anybody's got stickers with them and they want to run the 916 or slap a sticker on there, I'll make sure that I stop by there and plaster one on. Joe Dodge, Firewood from the Sawmill. Question: yes, we want the vid clip of the beard in the wind. Post as a shorts clip, please. All right, I'll do that. I don't care. Whatever.
Oh boy.
You know, half the people are going to show up tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Like this, like, put out-
I'll wait till
projector.
I'll wait till after tomorrow's over before I post it.
You don't want to see it.
Yeah. All right, we are almost caught up, I think.
No, it's gonna go back up.
Is it going to refresh again?
Yeah.
How many people know?
Well,
Jo-
no, you are.
Joe said, thought you were closer. He's in Northeast Ohio. Won't be able to make it, but I'm looking forward to the videos that come of it. Yep. We're going to try to make it a good experience for everybody that can't make it. We want everybody to see what's going on. I'll walk around and I will, if you're willing to be on YouTube and you're willing to be on the live stream, I will probably at some point come up to you and ask you who you are and where you're from and what you think about what's going on, what you think about the splitters. If you don't want to be on YouTube, you're going to have to let me know ahead of time because I'm going to be walking around live, kind of interviewing people and seeing that way I can remember who everyone is
You're all
too.
caught up with the chat.
Len Swan says, question, what do you think your neighbors will think of tomorrow? My neighbors are absolutely awesome. So where I grew up, the house where the woodyard is where I grew up. My mother lives there. My aunt and my uncle, who is my dad's brother and his wife, they live next door. My grandmother's house is the other house next door. My aunt, uncle, and cousins are the other houses that you see behind the woodyard that have the horses. So we're all family there. It's a great compound that we have going on there, and it's second, third generation on that property. As you know, my aunt that lives behind the woodyard in the white house that you see, she is the caretaker for the furnace. She's the one that gave us the tour of the furnace in a video early on the channel. So I think the neighbors will be perfectly fine with it. Mark Nelson wants to know if I will add another row of firewood since I sold out in 2022. As soon as all 4 rows are filled, the 5th row will begin. And when the 5th row gets filled, the 6th row will begin. I think my plan is, so that I don't keep stretching out all the way across the field, is I'm going to start doubling up rows because I have enough room in between the rows. I spaced it out really, really wide because when I first started, I was dumping logs in between the rows where thought I was going to be stacking it. So I've got room to do a second set of pallets right alongside. I'm not going to butt them up tight. I still want to leave that air gap in between to help with drying and seasoning. But yeah, if we fill up, we'll start the next row. So that's a good question because with the new splitter, I'm sure that wood is going to be getting processed much quicker. Hi, Brad. First chat for me. Hope everything goes well for your get together tomorrow. Hope everyone has fun. Awesome. Alan Lane, aka North Nome Firewood. Is that Minnesota? Is it MN Minnesota?
Yeah.
Well, welcome. Glad you're here for the very first time. I hope you're enjoying it. We're here the last Thursday of every month. So I hope you can come back. Cheers.
We'll have to walk 500 miles again.
Iron Oak Sawmill, do you have anywhere to charge a battery? Need a 110 outlet? Yep. I'm going to have extension cords run from the house all the way down to the yard. So we got to run crock pots. We got to run. What is your?
That's propane. That's no fun.
I got 2 tanks of propane there for you. So Jeffrey and Patty have volunteered and are in charge of all the hot chocolate for you all tomorrow. So we're very thankful for that. I mentioned that in Wednesday's video. So they're going to be running the camp burner on propane, so they don't need electric, but we will have that available so you can charge your batteries there, Chuck. Johnny wants to know if I'm going to switch to IBC totes and let the conveyor offload directly into them. It sure would save you time stacking. I don't think I'm going to switch to IBC totes simply for the reason that I would need so many of them. If I didn't stack into the IBC tote and I just let it fall loosely into them, it's way short of 1/3 of a cord. Even if you stack in an IBC tote, it's short of 1/3 of a cord. So I don't think I'm going to be doing that. I do plan on using IBC totes to put all my bundle wood in for now, because the way I've been doing it, I've been going through my stacks on the pallets and kind of going through and separating from my bundle wood. Tomorrow, with the Axis being there that York Firewood is bringing, I plan on putting the IBC totes right next to his machine. So that machine's going to be splitting some really straight grain ash, and that's going to be my bundle wood for next year. So that's my plan with the IBC totes is bundle wood. Good question there, Johnny. Third pig, what time am I going live tomorrow? I really don't know. Once everything gets up and running and we're really, all the machines are running, all the wood is flowing and the conveyor's running and a lot of people are there, we will go live. I'm sure that there'll be several live streams on and off throughout the day. So from all the other channels, Outside with Shibe, Iron and Oak Sawmill, Woodridge Creek, Dude Ranch DIY. I'm sure that a lot of people will be live streaming. Yes, York Firewood, you're bringing the fire starter. He had emailed me and said that, so we will not start the fire until he gets there with the fire starting material. We'll probably take some footage of that. And speaking of the fire, my mom's friend has brought a custom-made fire pit. His name is Rick, and he's making them, and he is selling them, and they are awesome looking. So you'll get to see that tomorrow. We'll make sure we get some footage of that, but he is selling those, and they are really nice. So we will be showing you that coming up here soon. We will definitely wait tomorrow to start the fire until that fire starter's here. Andrew and Samantha have a question for you, Taylor. How was your volleyball season?
It went good. I got moved up to varsity for the playoffs, and I did really good during then. So I'm excited for the next season.
Yeah, she played. She's a ninth grader, so she was on JV. But when it got to the playoffs, they bumped her up to varsity, and she actually got the MVP at the awards banquet, which was awesome. She's still practicing softball a few days a week, all winter long. She's going to be traveling this year to Georgia, Virginia, Florida,
New Jersey.
Yep. So, yeah. So she's coming along. She's got her own Twitter account, tweeting to college coaches, showing some of her softball skills. So it's eye-opening for a mother and a father to see your daughter growing up, but she's doing really well, and we're thankful for that. Rob McDonald, how are you? I really enjoy the channel. I can't make it tomorrow. He's from southeastern Ontario, not too far from Andrew, actually. It's his first Thirsty Thursday, but he loves watching the channel. Have fun tomorrow. Well, thank you, Rob, for jumping in the chat here and letting us know. I hope you come back for next month's. Kevin has a question. Brad, could you take the 1222 and the firewood feast on the road splitting wood for the Woodhounds? I'm not sure. What do you think that question is, Jeffrey?
And you'll do it for free, sure.
He just wants me to travel around to different places and split wood. I think that would hinder my operation substantially.
It's OPM, other people's money.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I'm doing this thing tomorrow, is so that I can kind of share the experience of the 1222 with anybody who might not otherwise have an opportunity to run that machine. Andrew was gracious enough to provide me with that and to show on the channel. And part of what I feel is part of my duty for that opportunity is to allow other people to see and experience what I experienced up at Chuck and Deb's. So that's what we're doing here. Come down and run the machine so you can see it for yourself. That's why I'm doing it. Brian says, Jeff and Patty, you both rock.
Thank you.
They do rock. They are both awesome. I'm really sad that Val lined this up for you two to be here, and she's not here to meet Patty.
She should be here soon.
Because Val and Patty are going to get along really well. I can already tell.
Well, I texted her today and say you were showing up, surprising you. And then she gave me her phone number, and we went from there.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yep.
So Matt Weimer.
Last-minute thing.
Oh, it was a last minute thing. What time did you guys get in town?
Probably like 5 minutes before you.
Oh, you came straight
I had
here?
to wait like 5 minutes before you started live stream.
Oh, okay.
I was waving to you while you were looking out the window.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Tyler.
She'll be here in 5 minutes.
You said I had to call your mom and say, yeah, we just saw her. So tell her.
Matt wants to know what time the bonfire is being lit. As soon as York Firewood arrives. So York Firewood, what time are you getting here? That's when we'll light the fire. There's plenty of old wood. I actually have the yard trailer, that little black yard trailer that I have. It's got loaded up with some kind of junky wood that I'm willing to burn, get rid of. And if we run out, there's plenty more wood to burn. So the fire will be going all day. York Firewood said his Axis has a conveyor, by the way. That's awesome. So we won't need to toss it in by hand. We will load the IBC totes straight off the conveyor. I've got, I think, how many empty IBC totes do I have down there, Taylor? You saw them? I think probably at least 7 or 8.
Yeah.
7 or 8 totes. So we'll be good there. We'll load them right out of conveyor. That's going to be my bundle wood coming off your machine. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow.
School got canceled tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah, I don't have school.
Taylor doesn't want to go to school tomorrow now.
I don't need to.
Now, all you parents, as a father and as a good parent, should I allow my daughter to stay home from school
Let me tell you
tomorrow?
my grades first. The first 2 marking periods of high school, I've got all A's, and it's just the start of a new marking period. So what am I missing? Plus, it's a half day. What would you say to that?
She is a straight A student. She's
Stay home.
a very good student. I don't know. She did miss a day this week because she wasn't feeling well.
But I got all my work called up.
I don't know. We'll have to run that through your mother. I know it's going to be an exciting day, but I think if you get there by 12:30, you're not.
Everyone's saying I should get the day off and I should stay home. So
You can say I want the day off when we talk about a pay raise for the monitors.
yeah.
I'm talking about pay raise.
I'm gonna take a screenshot of this and show it to my mom.
School got canceled.
Is Skidder Kev here? Is Skidder Kev here? I see Shive just said hello to him. Yep, he is here. There he is. Skidder Kev, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Look who is in the house here. Jeffrey and Patty surprised me. They walked in the back door. I didn't even tell them where I live. They just showed up.
Well, you did give me your address one day, so I can send you a Christmas card.
That's how we got it.
Oh, I did.
Yes.
I did. Yep, you're right. So she did a little sneak attack with Valerie and walked in after the live stream started. It was a great surprise. So I hope you're doing good, Kevin. Oh, Joe Gilbert said, yes, stay home, Taylor.
Everyone's saying it. People
everybody-
have time
Taylor-
to put up all those stay home comments.
Oh, wow. Everybody's saying let her skip. Well, if Taylor skips, Brady's going to want to skip
That's
too.
okay. He has a half
Oh
day
wow,
too.
he has half day.
Tell everybody what Brady's grades are.
Brady has all A's too, and he's had them both marking periods. So I mean, what are we gonna miss? Nothing's gonna bring our grade down.
We'll just call it a snow day.
Yeah, and I might be sick tomorrow.
Yeah, so Brady has straight A's as well, and all credit goes to the kids and their mother. She is a great mom and really puts time in with the kids to help them study and help them with their work. But Taylor is pretty much self-sufficient. She does work on her own as well. Look at this guy. Tim Higgins says that they run a tight ship, as do we. His wife is even a teacher, and she should stay home and enjoy the experience.
And Shive said an educated vacation.
So that's funny you say that, Shive, an educated vacation, because back during COVID, when they were doing homeschooling, when they hadn't really figured out the whole virtual thing yet, it was really a mess, to be honest with you. You weren't allowed to be out on the river fishing, out boating, doing anything for pleasure, unless it was for what's that word when you're doing it for food? What's that word? The word where you can't do anything unless you're doing it like for food or to survive. Subsistence.
I didn't know that word. Never heard of it.
That's beyond my source.
Yeah. So we went out fishing and said we were doing it for sustenance, and
Yep, people just come.
Taylor stayed home from school and got a lesson on fishing, providing for your family, providing food for your family. We did catch fish. We did bring it home. They learned how to fillet fish. They learned how to cook fish, and they realized how much better food tastes on the table when you provide it.
And my parents sent in a long note to the school, and they actually excused the day too, so it wasn't even a day absent counted.
Yep, they did excuse the day. Around the Yard has a question. If you have a registered business with the state, how do you handle cash sales for firewood? Looking at starting a firewood business, but wondering when or if I should create an LLC. Oh gosh, that's a steep hill we're on there, because I'm kind of pondering the same thing. Cash sales, you have to do. There's Brady walking in. How was baseball practice? We'll get back to this in a second. Say hi, Brady.
Hey.
There's 259 people in here right now. This is Jeff and Patty from New York.
Yeah.
I met them at Paul Bunyan. And Valerie's walking in. Great surprise there, Val. You didn't tell me you set this up. Come on over here. Say hello to everybody.
Hi, how are you? I'm good. I'm not sick, but I just.
She doesn't have a voice.
Oh, by the way, everyone on the live stream saying that me and Brady should skip school tomorrow.
It's just a half
No,
a day.
It's just a
It's
half
just-
a day.
No.
Mom's not going to let them
Everyone's
skip school.
sorry.
If they're there by 12:30, they're not going to miss much. Val, this is a good question for you to look at. If Around the Yard says, if you have a registered business with the state, how do you handle cash sales for firewood? Looking at starting a firewood business, but wondering if I should create an LLC.
Oh, I don't know. I honestly don't know anything about that.
So Val, we've been talking about this though, right, Val?
Yeah.
We've been
yeah.
discussing this, and an LLC does protect you from any liability. So if you're going to be delivering to people's homes, if you're going to be delivering to people's businesses, and something were to happen, an LLC does protect you from any personal liability. So they can't come after you personally. They can't come after your personal assets, your house, your vehicles, stuff like that. But it is costly. I mean, you got to pay for the LLC, then you have to pay for commercial insurance. The way I'm doing it right now is I'm doing a sole proprietorship. So I just handle it as other earned income. I don't get a lot of the tax benefits that an LLC would be entitled to. But I'm not to the size yet that I think it's beneficial. So I'm no expert on that, but that's just what I've learned. So yeah, everybody's telling me substance. Thank you for my help on that word. Hey, we'll be done here shortly. Jerome, super chat. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Cheers. There's a guy that left the super chat and didn't even leave a comment. Just willing to help donate to the channel and help us out for everything going on tomorrow. So thank you so much, Jerome. I'm very thankful for that.
That's it. No school tomorrow. They're learning something tomorrow in the woodyard.
Question for Ohio Woodburner. That is great. That is true, Shibe. Ohio Woodburner, Joe, he's a very smart and savvy businessman. He talks about that a lot on his channel, is how he runs his business. He's very well-versed in that stuff. So you might want to check out his channel. Everybody's saying hello to Val now. I see that she's already gone. Yeah, firewood isn't taxed. That's true, because it's a product of the forest here in Maryland. So there's no sales tax collected on firewood. But in Maryland, you do need a forest products operator permit, which renews every year. I just actually renewed mine. York Firewood said he has an LLC plus insurance. He's registered as a legal business. Plus, because I'm on the Mason-Dixon line, he also has a Maryland permit to sell firewood, as I do. Yep. So that kind of tags along with what I was just talking about.
Whiskey last giveaway. That reminds me.
Oh, yep. We are in overtime. We're going way later than I anticipated here. So I'm all caught up in the chat. Perfect timing. We're going to do the whiskey glass giveaway, which is a trivia question based on videos that have come out in the past month. And I am not prepared with a question, but I'm going to think of one here real quick. Let me think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Jerome says, see you tomorrow. Looking forward to operating the Axis. Yep, I am too. The Axis is going to be a great thing. We're going to give away the whiskey glass here, and then we're probably going to wrap it up. There's still a lot of people in here, but we got an early morning tomorrow and a big day tomorrow. So we're going to give this away. And the question, what's that?
Not for Taylor. She wants out.
Oh, Taylor wants out of here.
No, I want to go to school.
Oh, Taylor wants to
They're
get.
gonna learn a lot tomorrow in the wood yard.
Yep, Taylor wants out of
Hands on
school.
field trip.
Yeah. I can write that note.
Yeah, so Dave, if it's your first time here, we give away an engraved whiskey glass every month on the live stream. All you have to do is watch the videos from the previous month, and I will pick a random trivia question. And if you're the first one to have the correct answer, you win the whiskey glass. So the question for tonight is, oh gosh.
What color is the new splitter?
All right, there you go. Jeffrey just said, what color is the new splitter?
Oh, that's a good question. That Brad Gates said.
Jeffrey just threw it out there. What color is the new splitter?
Okay, you have to say both. It's not just one.
There you go. Oh gosh, they all came in at one time.
Okay, it's
Uh,
hardworking man.
Hardworking man, orange and blue. Dan, you said orange, which was half right, but orange and blue is the correct answer. So Heath, send me an email, firewood@thefurnace@gmail.com, and I will send you your whiskey glass, buddy.
Some people got like really good answers: safety orange and safety blue.
Yeah.
The safety in there.
Yeah, because I did mention that earlier. All right, everybody, we're gonna. I didn't even get through my second glass. I was nursing it, doing it back 40 firewood style with sipping it slowly. We will take another sip here. Cheers to everyone who joined us tonight. Thank you so much for being here. We will bring you as much footage and let you participate in tomorrow's festivities the best way we know how to do. Thank you to Jeff and Patty for being here. It was a great surprise. Thank you to all the super chatters for your generous donations. That's very helpful, especially doing something like this. And thank you to the moderators for taking care of little issues that arise throughout the night. But have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Good night.
Safe travels.